Hi, my name is Adeze and I am an AI automation expert who works with integration tools like Make.com, Airtable Zapier, and CRM tools like Monday.com, Trello, Asana, ClickUp. But today I want to walk you through a project I did for a short-led business who had a very messy data, and I transformed those messy data into real-world maintenance um, workflow in a monday.com workspace, making it clear, collaborative, and actionable for people to work in. If you can see from the screen, this is my workspace, and these are the items that were messy that I had to create from scratch to put into this workspace in monday.com. I have issues that people were submitting through different means. They were submitting through WhatsApp, some were submitting via WhatsApp, some were submitting through Google WhatsApp, Google Sheets, Airbnb, email, Dropbox. Like everybody was submitting from different places, which was not supposed to be so. So I had to organize the existing data, and subsequent data will be filled through form so that it can populate here. So what I did was to create the issue description here, and when I created the issue description, the flats those issues were coming from. Remember, this is a short-let business that I was working for. And don't worry, the name of the business and the data are not the real owners. I had to come up with something just so that I don't use the client's data. Then who it was reported by, the email, the source from where this issue was coming from, the date it was reported, and when is the due date for the issue to be fixed. Resolution time is the difference between the due date and the reported date, and I used a formula to work on that, which you can see here. Then, when the issue was reported, like to the tiniest details of things, I documented it a while ago before the last guest left yesterday, and all that. The status of when it was reported, the priority, those it was the roles for the assignees. There are different roles that are assigned. Here you can find those roles, the assignee emails, the assignee names who are already should be in the monday.com board so that you add them here, the kind of issue they are. Is it delivery issue? Is it damage issue? Is it supplier issue? And just notes and feedback for when needed according to what is being filled in the form or what is being documented here. Also, to make sure that um, whoever is in charge of the board, if it's the manager that is managing it, the person has views to see different things. This is a Kanban view that you can see everything that is in the progress group. All the things that are in the progress group, you can see it here. All the things that are in the reported group, you can see it here across all the status here. And the calendar by due date starts when is something going to be due. This is where you can find them according to the colors of their status here. See how colorful it is so that it's easy for you to identify what against what. Then timeline cycle. This is the timeline cycle stage to know in week one what is available to be done. Like here now, week one covers 20th to 25th. Between 20th to 25th, this is where 20th starts from. These are the things to be done on 20th. These are the things to be done on 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and this is 25th. So you are able to see according to the um ongoing week. So when you come in here for this week now, we're in week 21, and this where today's date is 20. Today's date is 2024. So you can see it falls within that time frame. So when you want to see that, you can see that. So I created another table. The table is necessarily not different from the main table, but the essence of this table is if you want to share access, maybe a specific view to a specific person for what they need to do so that they don't have access to, you want to restrict their view, you don't want them to edit things and all that. That is the essence of the extra table here. So that is that. I also did some grouping according to the status If you look at the status here, you can see in progress, reported. So I grouped them according to that, and there are automations for them that when you move them to any status, they come and stay inside the group that they are supposed to. Here is the maintenance dashboard. For the first dashboard here, sorry, for the first dashboard, it is calculating issues per flat. So if you look at this place here, these are issues and these are their flats. So there could be issues that could be in more than one flat. So flat 6 can have several issues. You can see there's a flat 6 here. If we scroll down again, we can see another flat 6 again. If we scroll again, we could see another flat 6 again. So if you want to know how many issues are being present in a flat, you can see that here. That's what I created in this place. So in flat 3, you can see that there are one issues. Flat 10 has one issue. Flat 7 has two issues. Flat 6 has four issues. Flat 8 has 8 issues. So you can see all of that at a glance. Then the average resolution time. Remember that the resolution time here was the difference between the due date and the date reported, so that you can know how long it would take for that to be ready. And by that resolution time, I used it to set the priority. So if the time is quite long, maybe between 5 to 10 days, I make the priority low. If it's within 5 days to maybe 6 days or so, medium. If it's 432 high, and if it is one, it's certainly urgent. So that was how I created that. So the resolution time is an average of all the difference between the due date and the day it was reported. Now if you want to see everybody that has been assigned, you want to see their workload according to each week, you can come here. I created that flow here in this place called team workload. So for comfort here, comfort had a lot to do in week 19. You can see if you hover around it, she had 23 issues to attend to. In week 20, she had 23 issues to attend to. In week 21, which is the present week, she had 25 issues to. But if you look at week 18, she only had 2 issues to attend to. So you can use this one to create appraisal, know the um know the strength of what each person is doing, know who is working, know who has what needs to be done, so you can use this to know for each team member or each assignee. That is what this dashboard does here. And if you need any more thing that should be customized here, you can also have that in the dashboard. So let's go to the automation part of it now. For the automation, you can see the different automations we have present here. For this one, when a status changes to not approved, then it should move the item to the not approved group, which we have created and I explained earlier on. The same thing, sorry, the same thing applies to every other one, which are mostly moving when the status changes to not done, move it to the not done group. Then when a person is assigned, notify and send an email to the person. So when a person is assigned to a task, notify the person in the monday.com and still go ahead and send them an email, more like a two-factor authentication, so that they will not say they did not get the notification in the monday.com workspace. They can also see that in their email as well. So that's about that one. And yeah, the remaining one are mostly assigning to when a status changes, move them to a different group. Then this one I cannot work on it, but it was because I used Monday AI to work on it. That when an item is created and a person is assigned, is when an item is created, assign a person in assigning based on an asset or item type. So this is what it looks like. So here is the assignee. If you look before I've touched it, it has disappeared. You would have seen the AI symbol here. What this one does is that I customize this in such a way that I told it that I should assign a person based on the item type, and I went ahead to prompt it. So if it is Grace, anything that has to do with wrong flags, Wi-Fi router, or that has to do with installation, automatically assign it to Grace. Anything that has to do with kitchen, bedroom items, and repairs, assign it to comfort. Anything that has to do with guest experience, reviews, and feedback from guests, assign it to Adese automatically. So whenever an item is created here, based on what I have given to that fed that AI, it will automatically come here and assign somebody here. I will not need to do that. So you can also work on auto assigning people to a task without thinking too much on it. That is what that automation does for it. Then um when a person, okay, I think I've explained that. So when due date arrives and only if status is not done, then notify who is supposed to do it. So when the due date has arrived and the status is still at not done, notify the person. For instance, this place that the due date is May 23. If today is May 23, that's today hits May 23. Now send a notification to who is in charge because it's a due date and the person is supposed to have done this tax. So that is what it's saying. So in as much as the report date is this and this is the due date and that due date, it has not been changed to fixed or done, please notify that person that they have reached their due date. And this one is if after you've notified that person that their tax is not done, 3 days after, if the status of the task is in progress, notify them, go ahead and send an email, then automatically set the priority to urgent. What that means is that if this is 23 and you sent the person a notification and the person did not attend to it, 3 days to this is May 26. Now send them a notification, send them an email, and come here and change this priority to urgent so that whenever somebody comes in here, they can come in and see that this needs urgent attention and also follow up with the person to come further and work on their task. Like here, I restricted access that nobody can change the status. So you have to manage, you have to see that you cannot do anything here because of the permission I have done. So, but I can change it because I'm even able to click on it because I'm the one that gave the permission, but I can restrict it and say who can do what. So choose who can edit. I only left my name there. If I wanted another person to edit, I'll add the person's name here while this would have been locked. Just to show just to show you how that can be done, you click on assign rule. For instance, if you want to restrict here, you click on settings and you restrict column editing. Click on here and you can see this has been locked. But if I don't want to do that, I will just come back and remove restriction here. So in case you're looking to put permissions and make sure that team members do not mess around with things that should be changed, you can always restrict access and give role-based permissions in your workspace. So this board is designed to help business owners, whoever it is, using a shortlet apartment. For example, if you have your shortlets scattered around the world, different places, or you have your business in different places and you're looking to address them and arrange them in monday.com, you can always come and I can help you to do that, putting them in different views that you wish, Kanban view, like this one, calendar by due dates, like this one, timeline by life cycle, knowing what is available for each week to be done, raw data set, maybe if you want to restrict views, and even a dashboard to give you an amazing view that can give you things at a glance based on team workload, issue per flat, average resolution solution, and all that. So you can always do that and have all that you need in one place, in one workspace with different board, different tracker, different um, views and all that. So I look forward to working with you. I look forward to um, streamlining your workflow, irrespective of your industry, irrespective of what you do. And I wish you the absolute best in your business. Once more, my name is Adeze, and I am your AI workflow specialist.